if you think about it like this, right? We're like, okay, so we're right now, put it like this. It's a bunch of passengers. You're all loading up in. You hit an intercom, come on. Ding! This is Let's Get Made, Freefall, flight number 005. I'm your captain and virtual OG speaking, Mac is legend. Today, people, what we're going to do is cruise real nice till we get to about 25,000 feet, where we'll be going on a free fall based on the topic specifically of turning points. What's up? Look at my man. Look right here. Samir? Is this Samir? Let's bring Samir in. What's up? And you know, always going to pop in here. Jay Young, all you, brother. Let's go ahead and get it. Doug, my guy. What's up? All you, homie. I'm loving this right here. I got to pull this bad boy down a little bit. Let me see something. Let's get it. Look at this. Look at this. Elephant. I knew you'd be in the building. Good God. And the homie, Patrick. Patrick, again, tell me, was it Ireland, Scotland? Break it down, dude. I always forget, man. It's somewhere out there. But get me right. Give me 100 so I can make sure I'm right. Look at this. This is the fam right here. Let's Get Made, Sup Mac from Scotland. Daniel Humphreys. Daniel's from Scotland. So Patrick, I think it's from Ireland. I can't remember yet. Oh, you hear that? That's because I got the juice. Make sure you go and get you something to drink, get you something to eat today, people. We're going to have a nice free fall. I just feel it. Something about turning points. Out the thought, you know, let me tell you how the thought came across my mind. Oh, look at this, Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy, you made it live again. Good God. And my homie, Angela. How you doing, Angela? Hi, Mac. See how nice and sweet that is? Hi, Mac. I love it. Oh, my volume is a little high in this audience. Okay. Hold on. Let me turn down. That sound better? Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I don't know. I get excited and I probably talk too close to the mic. All right. Dude Kirk, what's good, King Mac? Yo, what's good, kings and queens in the chat? Dude Kirk always shouts out everybody in the chat. You got to love that. Look at this guy. Adam. Mac is legend. I like how he spelled it too. Good God. People, we are right now cruising at about 100. No, we're about 1,000 miles. Real nice and pleasant. Right? This could be a beautiful free fall, a beautiful jump. Turning points. What better topic to come up? I thought of turning points specifically because of this reason. I was reading my book, like I told you, somewhere around here, Scythe book. And they mentioned turning points. And this one passage in the book, just jumped out at me. And it was all about one of the main characters being in this place of a turning point. But that character didn't know it. Oh, the character didn't know it. Shout out to my guy. Matt got some damn Viking genetics. This is, oh man, I gotta let my people know, man. If y'all have not ever heard that phrase, the Hodge twins, Keith and Kevin, got famous saying that. I think it was Kevin. It was really hilarious. But yo, Mac, we are live. Yo, you guys have become family. Ireland. I knew I was close, Patrick. Okay, so I had it. I think that was my first one. Yep, I got it. But listen, I just had on a hat, so I'm all scruffy. It's crazy. I did watch Coming to America. We can free fall on it. Listen, we're not quite at our jump yet, but we can go ahead and talk it up because we're passenger seat right now, right? We riding. We're going up. We're only about 5,000 feet at this point, people. We might as well just sit back and chop it up for a second. I did see Coming to America too. I got thoughts about it. Good God. My young son right there, Richard Snowden. Look at this. Been waiting all day for this, people. I love it, man. This is the whole point about free falling. This is how y'all should feel. When we come out here, we get together, we do this jump, we all talking, we seeing your name pop up on the screen. The family in here is live. Every now and then you're going to get some, comments here and there. But most of this, all love, all peace, and I love it. We only about 5 minutes in this bad boy. What did I say we were at? About 5,000? Let's go ahead and make it about 10,000. We're 10,000 feet right now in climbing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. UK? I love the UK. Last time I went out to the UK, me and my wife went together. Wait, was that the last? Yeah. Me and my wife went together. I had a ball. Beautiful place, the UK. I feel like every time I go, you know where I was in? I was in the Shoreditch area in England. The Shoreditch area. And I don't know if Shoreditch is actually a nice area. But I loved it. I went down to Blackfriars. Blackfriars has got a crazy accent. It was an awesome place, man. I love it. Need to come out there again once all this COVID stuff passes. Getting my notepad and pen ready. Yes, Elephant, make it happen. You still watch the vlog? You know what? I want to get back to vlogging. I tell you this, after COVID, we got to get back to vlogging, but I still owe y'all some Best Man Made. I'm going to edit this thing eventually. Okay, comments on Coming to America. All right. For one, let's put this in perspective, people. Okay. I saw a lot of negativity when it came to, let me go and pull up that comment for real quick while I just say what are my thoughts. If you guys have thoughts, please share these. We're gonna get ready for this jump in a few minutes, okay? We're only about, like I said, about 12,000 feet right about now, 15,000. Coming to America, I didn't know it had been 30 years. I really didn't. I was like, maybe 20. I was like, nah, it couldn't have been 20. But 30 years for you to do a comeback or a sequel is already crazy, okay? And in the sense of saying that's going to be difficult, right? Now, I think for now, a lot of y'all are younger out here, man, and I get it. And for the younger crowd, you're not going to get it. It ain't going to be as funny. It ain't going to be as amazing. It is as impactful. But I think what this was trying to do was just trying to seal the deal, trying to close it up a bit, right? They used a lot of things from the old one and brought it to the new one. And it's kind of like shout outs and all these things and throwbacks. And you kind of got to like that for its own simple reasons. But as far as something new, they didn't give me nothing new. And I think that's where my heart, it kind of like everything was so new on the first one. You got to give me at least one or two, man. You got to give me at least 3 or 4 new things. I can't really give you anything new in this one. And that kind of, the newest thing was Leslie. She did her job. She did her thing. I'm not really a huge fan of her, but she did awesome in this movie, I thought. She was the funniest person on it. But I really didn't get much. They had a couple of good points here and there, I thought, but overall, the question is this: if it's great, right, you'll watch it again. Oh, Wesley Snipes was awesome. Wesley Snipes was fire. Okay, let me go and look at these comments. I'm sorry, I need to go ahead and pull this up. You're right. I do need to bring back vlogging. It's got to happen. Yeah, it's a fact. And that's true. The first movie was a classic. Wow, Algeria? Salute, D-Kid. Algeria, really? That's a place, man, I would have never thought the reaches of Letsgetmade TV would go. I love it. Best Man Made, you daggone right. Got to come back. Mike the Life is in the house. Okay, people, listen. We're now at about 20,000 feet. Now listen, what I want y'all to do is this. I want you to go ahead. Now, when we do this free fall, let me go and break it down for those that haven't jumped with us before in the past. I understand. When we get into this free fall, people, it is literally an open space of conversation. All this other crap about how you got to have a conversation or if this going to make sense or that's going to make sense, man, it don't really matter, okay? I ask that y'all be respectful, but that's just decency and that's just you being you, right? You know where you at. But I will say, if you got something to say it. If you got things you want to put in and let's talk about it, I'm going to pull it out. All right? Because Turning Points is one of these places, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you 3 turning points for me that were largely impactful. All right? One of them is the one I'm going through now. I will tell you that. But the other 2 are largely impactful. And you need to hear these. We need to talk about it. And I want to hear yours. We're going to talk through these things. All right, people. We're coming up on it. 25,000 feet right now. You see that? I want you to go ahead and for all those in the cabin, see it comes on. Ding! Everybody in the cabin, please walk back to the bay doors. Hold on to the sides. What we're going to do is open these bay doors. Now I want you to look down and look out. I want you to see all those clouds and just all this stuff. I want you to look down and try to focus on something like a house or a building. You can't. You're too high up, people. See, this is where that mindset comes into place. You are about to jump out this plane into nothingness. And I understand a lot of y'all don't get it. You saying, Mac, why Freefall? What is this? I don't understand. What's happening? People, I'm trying to put you in a place where don't nothing matter. For the little bit of time we're going to be on here, nothing else matters but us. Okay? We're going to be in here talking, chopping it up, specifically, like I said, about turning points. So go ahead, say your last goodbyes, walk up to the bay doors, and jump. Wait, before we jump, we about to have a jump. I see one of the people in the cabin is coming through. And we're going to have this jump together. Hold on, people. Hold up now. Hold on. Let's go ahead and bring this person in right now. Here we go. Good God. My guy overtime. I see you out there flying, homie. Yeah, I see you flying, man. I love it. I love it. My man is all of that's coming out right now. All the air, all that's just hitting you.
Man, what's good, bro?
Man, what's good? Overtime Chris is joining us on this.
What the people saying?
Man, the people, look right here. Let's go and bring it up right now. Doug has already said, OT Chris. Let's go and give you a black background because I can't see nothing. He's trying to keep it clean.
I see him. I actually can see the comments. Somebody gave me this.
Oh, you can see him?
Okay. I see him. Yeah.
My God, man. There it is.
Doug.
There it is. What up, OT? My guy, Overtime Chris, is going to jump with us today. Today, people, we're going to talk about turning points. And we got a lot of things to say, I think.
I got something.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, just
for a while. I ain't really been doing much. So, yeah, like, I got some things to say.
Hey, then that's even better. Now it's time to go and chop it up with the people.
Hold up. This dude's name is Mac.
Dude.
Got some damn buttons.
Man, I told him this. I love it. I told him the same thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt. Got some damn Viking genetics, right? I told him the same.
I don't know who that is, but he OG with
that's
the
OG.
twins and you, man.
Yeah. That's OG twins and me. That's heavy vlog days, man.
Hey, you need to send that Negro a shirt or whoever that is.
I do. I need to send that guy some merch.
I like that.
I'm telling you, I loved it too when I saw it. Hold on, Chris. Let me play this. I'm gonna play this back up into the monitor, man. I like to hear you more than I like to hear me. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I'll be right up in there, and I like to hear me. Believe that. All right, now I got you. Yeah. Okay. Woo! All right, let's see. Look at this, man. OT Chris, another legend.
That's crazy. Whoever said that. Okay.
Hey, man, listen. These people, man, look, we had some good fun in here. Look, Chris, Drea, I can't even keep up with all these.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
OT Chris, good vibes. Oh, I love it.
What up? Yeah. I see that glass got some brown in it. You know, that's what Chris do.
Oh, brown. That good brown is what you want, son.
What's up, man?
How is Vegas? Oh, Chris, you got to let them know, man.
Oh, my gosh. So.
Let's talk it. Yeah.
It's a double-edged thing.
Right.
Vegas ain't really been open, like, because I got here right when the pandemic started. So it was open. We did a few things and then it closed down. Vegas is great, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of promise and opportunity and a lot of things to get into. The move was strategic and also just needed, speaking of like, turning points and transitions, it was time for a move and a good move. So Vegas is great. Vegas has been great so far, minus all the, quarantining and all that stuff. But,
So wait, so tell me, so would Vegas be a turning point? Would that have been was that one of your turning points?
That's absolutely a turning point. I made a decision because, and both me and my wife made a decision because we have no family here.
Wow.
Zero. Like we can't go down the street. You can't go down the street and see your sister. Can't go down the street, see your grandma. Can't go down the street. You don't have a safety net here. So
yeah, that's right.
And I'm out here working for the Twins. Everybody knows like who I work for. I'm out here working for my guys. I support them, and so I'm out here working for the Twins. But the main point of me being out here is to just step out of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Because Chris, falls into complacency a lot, and things become too routine. And when things become too routine, that's when your life doesn't expand. There's no expansion in your life when you don't have anything that's what's the word I'm looking for? When you don't have something to fall back, like okay, so most people have things where they're like, they'll jump out of a plane, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll jump out of the plane.
Freefall.
No, it ain't free fall.
Oh, okay, free fall.
They pulling that damn parachute immediately because they like, yo, I don't know where I'm going. I know this parachute's gonna get me to safety.
Yeah.
This was literally just me like, I don't know nobody out there outside of the Twins. I've only done that twice in my life. I did it when I went to Florida for college, and I did it when I went to Atlanta in 2007. And both of those experiences helped me grow into the individual that I am now.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And both of them were very different experiences. So you have to put yourself in extreme situations. It's like working out. So you're not foreign to working out. When you're working out, it sucks. You're sweating. You're panting, your muscles are fatiguing. It doesn't feel good. But if you look at the results 6 to 9 months later, that's when the results come. Most people just don't give themselves enough time to just feel the pain. So it was literally like one of those things, just moving somewhere where I had the ability to, I have to get out here and do it. I have to get out here and make moves. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. Oh yeah, make moves. You know, I love that. But that's
that in there, bro.
Yeah, I love it. But see, this is the thing, though. I think when it comes down to a turning point, you're at that place of should I not, and how do I move forward with it, right? So here's my thing about turning points, and I think a lot of people, you know, when you think about these things, because you're going to be faced with these several times in your life, but how you choose to move on them,
right,
is going to directly dictate what the outcome would be, and how. See, because like for example, you could be at a turning point and aggressively go left,
right,
or aggressively go right, whatever, or you could just stay on the same path. Now, or you could just kind of haphazardly walk in a certain direction, always looking back over your shoulder. And see, that's another problem, right? Because when you do that, you're not giving yourself all, you're not getting all into it, and therefore the turning point, you're really not really accepting it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're being forced to do that. So
exactly. Most people want to, and this is sad, but I'm gonna say it. Most people want somebody to give them direction. Most people want direction. They're like, I go to college, I get my degree, I get out of college, and then I go get a job where somebody's going to tell me what to do for 25, 30 years. And then I retire. Like, it's like people are programmed, and nobody, and like most of these people, most people have things that they act like, I want to, like, they're good at, I may be good at making home improvement items. I may be good at, you know, arts and craft. I may be good at something that I could actually sell. A lot of people just don't go for it because of complacency and comfort.
Bingo.
So that's the biggest reason that turning points, especially the ones where it takes a little bit of like grit to get through it. Like, okay, I'm moving clear across the country, 3-hour difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No family, nothing to back up on. It challenges your marriage. It challenges your relationships with everybody else that you have that aren't in your time zone, and they can't directly get to you. It challenged talkative. It challenged a whole lot of things that that you just have to figure out. You know what I'm saying? That you just have to figure out. And it's making me a stronger person for it. Like, you know, it's literal. And then the pandemic happened. So it's like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Pandemic happened in an area where you have no family. Think about that. And we didn't know what it was. You know, you didn't know what it was at first. So everybody's scared to death.
And you got a little kid too. You got a young daughter now, right?
I think she's about 6. My wife is gonna kill me if she watches. I don't know how old that girl is. I think she's about 6 months.
That's how I go, bro.
You know what
Look,
I'm saying?
especially look,
Hey,
and look, it's
hey,
pandemic. Yeah.
yeah. Do you do it like I do it when she come out? Okay, you do 1 month. Okay, she's 2 months, and then at a certain point, I just like she almost won, man.
Yeah, man. Look,
like,
the way I look at her, look, she's still an infant though. She an infant, and they say, how old is she? Well, she an infant. Okay.
There you go.
I can't do all this ad. I mean, what I look like, man?
Yeah, my child is 48 months. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's 2. Like, I mean, that's or like whatever that is. He's 64 months. It's like, come on, man. Ain't nobody got time for that.
My child is 10 paychecks old. That's how you can think about it. Like, I mean, month to month.
Come on.
But I tell you, man. But yeah, no doubt, man. I think one thing I was going to say, and I said this to Chris, before. Birth and death are definite turn points in your life, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like when somebody's born in your life, when somebody passes away, and you can't control either one, right? You're forced to be in a turning point. Let me go and share one of my first that I could think of that were pretty particular turning points for me.
Okay.
So check this out, man. I come from a family of lawyers, as you know, and it was easy to be Mac. You're going to be the next lawyer.
Right.
Well, Mac knew deep down that probably wasn't going to be a great thing, but
yeah,
try saying it to your folks. You're like, okay, fine. Yeah, I go to law school. I'll make it happen. Get into law school. I'm in there for 4 months. Flunk out.
Okay.
Now, in that time when I flunked out of law school, a month before that, my father passed away. So I'm dealing with that, we're thinking that law school is the only thing that I'm going to be doing. That's my career path, right? Okay. I'm going to be Mac the lawyer, you know what I'm saying? So, and all of a sudden you flunk out and you're like, shoot, now daddy's gone and you're not in law school.
Come on.
So now you sit back like, man, what the hell, right? What am I? So all of a sudden now now here's the funny thing. There's a freeing place in there. There's a freedom in that turning point area, right?
But you don't recognize right at the beginning either. You just kind of
don't.
Yeah.
You see that trying to go and deal with it. You're like, I gotta do this, or I'm dealing with this, or this is tough. But there's actually this freeing point where I didn't have to live up to anybody's expectation at that time, which was dope. Because all of a sudden now, all bets off the table as far as career is going. Well, you're not going to be a lawyer, so what are you going to be?
Exactly.
That's
a scary place to be.
It is. Yeah.
I don't know what is next. Like, I guess the little purgatory that you sit in during that time.
I like that, purgatory.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're sitting in this space and you're just like, okay, I have no idea what's fitting to happen. You just keep walking. You know what I'm saying? You just keep going through it, and you're gonna hit things in that purgatory where it's just like, yo, this is. I don't know. I may walk back and go back. I might go back that way, but something tells you to keep going north. You know what I'm saying? Something tells you to keep going north, and you just keep following it. And then it leads you to a lesson. It leads you to a lesson or a blessing. That's what I always say.
A lesson or a blessing. Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
I like that, bro. Yeah. Listen, your turning point can lead you to a lesson or a blessing. Yeah. Wow. Depending on how you move in it, right?
Now, see, Mac, if you put that on a damn shirt, I'm coming for my commission.
Listen, it depends on how good it do. If it sells 10,000, then we'll do commission.
I got you.
Hey, man, look.
Literally, I didn't get that from me. That's my grandfather. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there you go. I like that.
Stay the path, and you'll find a lesson or a blessing. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, because we're in Freefall, I got to pull this question up. So Freefall, anything can happen. My man Benjamin Fernandez hits you with this. Now, I like this. I like this only because this gives me a place to go ahead and think about it. Perhaps he's at a turning point. I'll go ahead and land it like that. Ben says, what do you think about a vegetable food business? That's interesting.
I need a little bit more specifics. Like, like in particular, like what are you selling? What do you like? That's a broad spectrum.
Yeah, my man just said.
Vegetable food business. That could be farming. That could be
all vegetables.
It could be anything, So what specifically is he going to?
You mean like grocery or like restaurant or like?
Right. Right.
That's even like, yeah. Okay, I like that. So go ahead, hit us back with that. Like, be specific with that one, Ben, and we're gonna go and bring it back up.
Yeah.
But with people, we free falling. You know how it go. Look at this, Percy Sledge Greensboro up in this. My guy Percy. This a homie. This a homie right here. What's up, Percy?
I thought it said Percy Miracles for a minute. I was like, you know who Percy Miracles is, right? Nobody know who that is.
I love Percy Miracles just died.
Carolina, so you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's true. Okay. That's true.
It's a little brother skit, like, you know. So yeah.
Percy Miracles died though in the last album.
Man.
Yeah, Percy Miracles, he out of there.
Yeah,
he came to a turning point.
Carolina, I love North Carolina. Like, I've only been to a couple places. I've been to, I guess, Concord and Charlotte are the same thing. So I just looped them together. I've been to. I'm not gonna call it that. I've been to Fayetteville. Okay.
I know what you're gonna call it. I know what you're gonna call it.
I'm not saying that. Okay.
Yeah, Fayetteville. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, and Rock Hill. Is that a place?
You mean Rocky Mount or Rock or
is it Rock Hill? It's something. Rock something.
Rocky Mount is probably the one I'm thinking, but if it's not Rocky Mount,
yeah.
But yeah. Now hold on. I like this right here. We still getting on our. Oh man, they got some good ones coming. Hold on. Now this is Elephant. Elephant's this dude's serious.
Man. Okay, so I can get into my first turning point after.
Let's do it. No. This is good. I just like what he put up here. Turning points, becoming a husband. Yeah.
Yeah. The first.
That's true.
Yeah. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know. So
I was there.
The first turning point in my life, I was 19 and probably a half years old. Okay. 19, young boy. Young
buck. Man, they had no facial hair at that time, probably.
Man, I looked like Chico DeBarge. I had a mustache and that's it. So around Morgan's campus. What's up?
My volume is like really loud.
Oh. Why is my mic volume loud? Hold on, Chris. My wife just told me my mic volume is my mic volume really that loud?
I got my speakers turned down, so I can't really tell.
My man said my mic volume was loud. Hold on, let me step back.
Tell me if that. Can you wait it? Can you turn? Like, where's the source? Like, can you just?
I can. Is that better?
Go a little bit more, because I think they're talking about the distortion.
Yeah, probably. Is that better?
And you sound fine to me. I don't know what.
Okay, people, hit me up. Holler back at your boy. Tell me if I sound all right. But go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you out.
Yeah, no. It's what is that? 2000. No, that's still 99 because I graduated in 99. That's around. Yeah, so no, it's like 2000 something. So anyway, I'm walking around 19 and a half, walking around Morgan State. Yeah. You know, going to my next class, you know.
There you go.
HBCU life. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world. Okay. You know, going to the party tomorrow. Like, man.
Come on.
Literally, it was the week when you know, the Blackout album, the Method Man and Redman album just came out, and they were having a blackout party in the canteen at Morgan State. So I'm like, you know, I'm hyped about that. Get a phone call from my girlfriend at the time, you know, I'm pregnant. Can you
so what? Like, so what? So
what you say now? Like, what happened? And here's the thing about young and being like just young and stupid. Like, you did everything to get the girl pregnant, but then when she gets pregnant,
you're like, how'd that happen? That's a fact.
Like, I don't know how that happened. Like, come on, man. So I was headed to my my math class. I was headed, and I literally just turned around, got back in the car. I sat in the car for 3.5 hours.
Oh my God.
With the seat all the way back, just looking at the roof, of my car.
Yeah.
You know, I had an old car at the time, so the headlining was coming down and stuff.
Yeah.
In the top of the car, I was driving like something.
Mine's like that now. In my 06 Camry, and I haven't fixed it yet. All of my outfit, it's like $300.
Amen. Yeah. I'm giving you permission to go get a goddamn car. Okay?
Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
I'm trying to give you permission, but Nick,
I ain't gonna do it, Chris. Until that bad
Twins line, you crazy as hell.
You're right, but I'm gonna tell you why. Before you get back into this, the reason why I get no car, I'm gonna tell you this. When I'm out there and I got some Uncle Mills. I'm trying to go ahead and push it out to some people or whatever. Ain't nobody look. I can leave my car unlocked in DC.
Oh, for
Ain't nobody
sure.
touching that.
I didn't hang it down. If you was ingenuity like me, I used to put shit up in it. Like when
Yeah, hold on. Let me go get some money real quick. Yeah, here go $5.
What? No, I could have left that Cavalier with all 4 doors open, and nobody would take it.
That's why I love it. Look, it's so fun.
Go.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in this busted ass car.
Right.
I had no money.
Right.
You know, at this time, my dad was still around, so he was kind of like a safety net. We're gonna get to the second turning point in a minute, but like he's the safety net, so I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. Mom's is there and everything, but it's just like that point. I knew that moving forward, my life was going to be very different.
Oh, facts.
Because when you get out of high school, you just have like, I didn't really have a straight and narrow plan. I just followed what everybody else did. Everybody's like, I'm going to college. I said, well, I guess I'm going to college too.
Right.
Who's going to accept me? Morgan State said, we'll have you. I went and I was enjoying it. I would have definitely graduated from Morgan State had I not had him. But it was just me, even at that time. I still like to take care of my own responsibilities. So I didn't want any of the monetary obligations and everything to fall on my parents, because they was like, don't quit school. You know, you don't feel like you need to go to work. Don't feel like you need. I said, yeah, no, because if something happened to y'all, I need to figure this out so I can live. Like if something happened to my mom and something happened to my dad and they're supporting me, helping take care of the baby, and I don't have any foundation to stand on, and there's nothing that I'm building, then it's like I can't, like, so just managing school and work at the same wasn't working. So I left, and then that was a point in my life where I just learned the value of a dollar and how hard some people work for a dollar. And I said, you know what? I gotta figure something out. You know
but that's and having kids will do that. I mean, that's the thing. I think once you know. And that's the thing. And I mean, for those out there that have kids, you definitely already know this. For those that do not, for one, let me say this for people that do not, because a lot of times I think they feel like, oh man, you know, they're missing out on something. You know, you ain't missing out on nothing. And I always say that because everybody's life is complete depending on how, you know, it's their life. Right. But I will say, having kids, all of a sudden you realize whatever. Your life isn't your own, right? So, for example, if you get sick, if you get injured, if you know what I'm saying, are you know, too inebriated to go to work or whatever it might be, everything that happens to you is going to happen to that kid in some ways, you know, indirectly.
Absolutely.
So that's a major turn point. So
not even indirectly, directly, because if I ain't got no food to put money in the, you know, if I'm not putting money in the bank and I can't go to the store and I can't buy you diapers and I can't do. Like, and this is the thing, Chris has been on WIC. Chris has been on, I had, what you call it, EBT cards. I had government assistant. Chris knows what the struggle is.
Oh, bro, look, I've been to checking the cash. I know how that go.
Yeah, come on, man.
Right, let's get it.
I know. Yeah, it's like, and a lot of people, that's why I empathize with a lot of people. And I empathize because a lot of people live in that. You know what I'm saying? They live check to check. They live and they don't feel like, you know, they can get out of that. But I'm like, yo, if I got out of that bullshit, I was like, because I was an idiot. Because after that, I decided it was a good idea to have 2 goddamn more kids. Okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, which was kind of crazy. Okay, and then my dad got to the point. He's like, whoa. He's like, now you being, and he called me a word. Okay, then I'm like,
he called me a word. Exactly we all know what word that is. Yeah, right.
So I don't say that word. I try not to say that word anymore. But like, so he called me a word, and he literally said, I'm gonna say this. He said, figure your shit out.
Yeah.
And that made me really turn everything around. Like literally a year after that, I moved to Florida, went to school, graduated 2-3 years. I graduated early, so I graduated 2.5 years after that. Because I was down there doing, you know, my overtime thing. I was overtime before overtime. I was down there trying to get it done. So I graduate and then I come back. Damn. And then that'll lead me into like my second transition. But that first transition of having 3 kids,
Yeah.
before I even went back to school
Yeah.
is a testament to like, and I was broke. My mom and my dad were like literally, I don't even know how I probably wouldn't even be here because I probably would have did something stupid
Yeah.
to land me in a place. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I tell you, if they weren't here, I don't know how I would have been able to raise them. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I really tell them that all the time. And Kayshawn recognizes it now because he's older. My oldest is 20 years old. You know, Kayshawn is 20.
20?
Yeah, he's 20. You know,
That's a grown man.
got some bass in his voice now.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I don't have any young.
Hey, daddy.
I have
What's up, daddy?
but I don't really have like, you know, on, you know, with them. They're men now. And it's like that's a reward in itself. And they're all kind of just like me in a way, just trying to forge their own way. And they don't really want to go with the grain. They want to go against it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at.
Well, I tell you. So kids, we know is definitely a turning point. That was a good card there, Chris. Now, I guess we could say, you know, being married, for those that are married out there, let me just say this real quick. That's a definite turning point, only because as much as I wanted to say, it's just like we dating. We just got paper.
Man, don't get me in trouble.
You know, let's go ahead and just listen. Yeah, being married is definitely a turning point.
How I feel about marriage. So she's not going to be looking at that like I'm correct. Marriage is a legal obligation to another person.
That's true. That's true.
A union between two people is very different. Like you don't necessarily, and you know, people can take this with a grain of salt. You don't necessarily have to get married to anybody to be committed to somebody.
That's a fact.
Because all you're going to do, if you really just think about it in a technical standpoint.
Come on, Chris.
You're going to the courthouse to get a piece of paper to legally bind yourself to somebody else. That's all marriage is, in the sense of how American culture looks at it.
Right.
Now, actual union that you have between like, yo, this is
trust.
This is my, in New York, they say this is my whiz. Okay. So my whiz, okay. Like that's very, very, very different. Yeah. That's somebody that you have a spiritual, emotional, and just overall, just all encompassing, connection to. She knows, like my wife knows when I'm in my head.
Good God.
She knows when she's like, that dude is thinking about something. Because it's like, it's that doesn't come with a piece of paper. Your relationship ain't gonna get no better if you get married. Like if you have issues, you're gonna still have them issues when you get married. Like it's about just, I look at things as a union. Like when I'm talking to my homeboy Terrence and he's like, he's not married yet. He's getting up there and he's like, yo, he wants to get married. But I tell him, you just need to stop focusing on the getting married part. And finding somebody that's just going to complete you. And y'all are a good union together. Y'all really make a good, I guess you could say collaboration, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It's a really good, it's a clean connection. It's a synergistic connection between you two. There you go.
Right. And I think that, look, partnership, I mean, that's what it is, right? I get it. Yeah. And I think that's a turning point in people's lives as well. But I also want to pull up, shout out to Angela T real quick. I like that she said she has no kids and feels that her life is still complete, which is very true. Like we said earlier, I think the same thing about marriage. If you're not married, if you're single, that doesn't mean that you're missing out on anything either. So there is no, there's a lot of things that people think I have to achieve these things in my life to go ahead and show where I'm at or me being a certain way. But that's not it, right? The whole thing goes back to the experience of the person. I guess that's more of a completion type of thing. But I want to shout out Jay Young real quick. But I do have this one that popped up. Benjamin Fernandez. We're gonna come back to Ben because he did say what kind of vegetable store he was talking about.
Okay,
we'll come back. We'll come back now. Jay Young, check this out. I moved to NYC from South Central LA at 34 years old for a job opportunity. Got the job and was homeless for the first 2 months with no safety net, no cap. Bruh. That's, you know what? And I'm going to tell you, this is what's interesting. There's people.
Jay Young know how to make 100 stretch. Okay. Jay Young know how to make a $20 bill stretch.
Damn right.
Jay Young has experiences that, that you can't teach. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about a completion in life. Like living living that kind of life is something that not many people are going to be able to say that they've been through.
Right.
So that person has you have seen some things, done some things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's
having nowhere to lay your head. And I will say this: I don't know, because there's different types of homelessness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So my homeless was, I'm in Atlanta, industry changed, something happened, transition. I'm just living out of my car for a couple weeks.
Right.
But I'm not in the car sleeping because I'm going to this person's house and I'm falling out on the couch. And then I'm going to this, I'm like couch surfing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, couch surfing.
And
right.
Here's the thing. When I was talking about earlier, when you're in a purgatory and you're like, yo, this is rough. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. You just have to stay on the path. Like, there's no light around. You just have to stay on the path and literally something will open up. So I don't know where he's at now, or what he's doing now, but I'm fairly certain that he has the skill set to do whatever the hell he wants to do. Because if you're homeless and you don't have anything, like that's a tough place to be, bro. It's a tough place
it is.
Well,
I tell you, let's keep that was I love it.
Damn Viking genetics right there.
Come on, I know that dude is hilarious. All right, check this out right here. We got to go ahead and pull back into Ben because I told we gonna hit him back. Vegan product store. Now this is your place right here, Chris. Vegan.
Yeah. Well,
ish.
Yeah. I think if you have a niche and you don't, it's not too broad. Like I wouldn't do a grocery store personally. I would do a specific product because vegan grocery stores, to me, operating costs are going to be high. One, because you're paying more of a premium because you're getting your products either directly from a farm or directly from a vendor, and they have to charge you a little bit more because a lot of these individuals are independent. Now you can have your Gardein nuggets in there and all the other,
your Gardein nuggets.
Gardein, and there's different brands. You can have your Impossible Meat, your all of these faux, I guess you say, meat companies that are brands now that you can find in regular grocery stores. You can have them in there and probably make good margins on those. But to fill out the actual store with items, it depends on how big the spot is. Now, if you're talking about like a bodega, like something small, then cool. But if you're talking about like a grocery store, like a chain, that is very difficult. So I would start personally with a product, with something like I sell vegan. It could be anything. Vegan
burgers.
Vegan produce. It could be vegan, like not produce, like some type of vegan meat. It could be like vegan desserts. It could be like something specific that
I like a vegan dessert.
Get you going, because starting a grocery is very difficult. It is there's a lot of steps involved.
So would you think, so you're saying maybe more so like, are you leaning more so towards the restaurant or the food making place? Like you said, because you said bakery, like is this person
I would say bakery. I would say ice cream shop. I would say pizza shop, something small. Like have a pizza shop where you do or something that interests him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he said, meatballs. So if you like Italian food, open up like in a vegan Italian spot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe seat like 40 to 50 people in it or something like that. Start there. And then, because the store that I used to shop at in Clarksville, Maryland, it's called Roots. And my wife can tell you, like, our food bill went up, but we were okay with it because the quality of food that we were getting versus going to regular grocery stores was vastly different. Even we see that now because there's not a lot of vegan groceries out here that are close to us at this point. So like you have to, but it started with something. Roots started as a small produce stand, and then it grew into the actual store because they actually outgrew, like they had too much traffic. And then people were asking, oh, well, do you sell this? Oh, well, do you sell that? Let the people tell you what they want from you. Like you've always told me that. Like, so if you start something, I'm trying to read it. Yeah. Vegan Italian is great. there's a spot here that me and my wife go to religiously, and people will eat it. And you can have pastries in there. You can have so I would start there. I would literally start there and figure out, what you're going to carry, what the cost of goods is, start researching, all of that stuff. He's going to have to do a lot of research. It's probably going to be like 6 to 8 months of like research, actually finding a vendor where you can get your sources from, finding vendors. And then once you find your vendors, you can get good costs. You can find a cost, and you can get a cost analysis, and then go from there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, then you got to go find a building, and then you got to go through all that, red tape. So yeah, being an Italian is great. Being wherever you do it, shout it out.
Can't you do it? Can't you just do like a food truck?
Oh yeah, you can do that too. Yeah.
That's like a lot cheaper, right? Do a food truck.
Definitely do a food truck.
And that way you get some traction.
There's this area where all the food trucks on Friday night here. It's off of what is that? It's off of Flamingo. It's like a little, there's a lot of dirt patches here in Vegas or whatever. So it's like, they just pull into this park and they're like in a like square type shape, and they just line up and people it's always packed. So food trucks is a really good place to start.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, let me pull into this one real quick. So we got my man Ben right. There was one question that came up. So my biggest turning point, that's interesting. I saw this, and like I said, I wrote down a few of these, and I had to think, man. I got personal turning points that would be a lot longer of a story that it'd be too long to go through. It'd probably be better to go ahead and tell you a turning point when it came to doing what I do now with Let's Get Made, and just kind of how you guys might be able to connect.
I know a few of them. I think I know.
You know a few of these, no doubt, Chris. I'm gonna give you one that I think was the toughest for me to deal with. The one that hit like a ton of bricks was, going back to where Chris is right now, Vegas. So my trip to Vegas was really crazy, man, because I had this event. For those that don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of see if I can just can this up a little bit. And I'm away from my mic, so I'm not too loud. At least I hope not. But some years after, I think Let's Get Made had been started, it was pumping. I mean, we were going. This thing was looking like Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? It was moving up. We were just having a ball, and we were like, "Yo, this." I'm telling you, it was just rolling, and I loved it. And the thing about it was, I was also still dumbfounded by it because I didn't expect it to get that big that quick. So I didn't have the team, the staffing that I needed. I had a few people here and there, but nobody like major to really help me out to keep this thing growing. So a lot of what was happening were my ideas, my designs on paper. A couple people that worked with me would take those designs, help them get them printed. We would box those up, ship them out, doing all those kind of things. But it wasn't much of an operation, right? And even though my homeboy Randall had put me on like how to do this and how to do that, you know what I'm saying, I had never got to the point where I really officially was able to do that because I had my wife, I had my daughter, I had my job. And meanwhile, Let's Get Made is just boom, 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 boom. So anyway, there was an event going on in Vegas. This lady contacted me and said, listen, there's a lot of, she does these events, right, where they have people like different celebrities or whatever that I guess you can shop out your brand, right? And you're right there. Matt got some goddamn Viking genetics. One man crew.
Pull it to the front. Let me see what he said.
Okay. He said one man crew. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you're right. They were getting sold out too often. So I was getting to the point. I was like, let me go ahead and go to this thing because I can make a connection here with these celebrities, and they can help fund Let's Get Made. And you guys might not remember this, but if you go back through, and I ain't been on Let's Get Made IG in forever. I mean, it might be 10 people on there now. But anyway,
on IG in forever,
bruh, you ain't missing nothing. So anyway, you scroll down. It's crazy. Look, but you scroll down, you'll see this post I did. It said risk and reward. And I always heard, and you always hear the saying, you have to have some risk to reap the reward, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it was. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this risk, and I went all in. I mean, I literally just all in. And to a lot of people out there that's out there getting it, y'all think, man, I mean, yeah, stuff is getting sold out, stuff is moving, the way it works, man, is like the money you get pays for the article you put up for sale. Mm-hmm. It pays for a new article to be posted up on the site, and it pays for another article to getting created.
Right.
You don't have much profit really in there yet. I mean, if you have any profit, you might do half of that cost,
right,
to give you some profit. Which is
businesses, when you start them, you have to be comfortable with just knowing that all money in is going to stay in the business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You're really not going to have, like, you're not going to be, because I think the biggest misconception when they see advertising and marketing,
yes,
they look at somebody like, oh, he got a Lambo off that. No, you could probably just rent it, lean on it.
It's a fact.
Sell you the clothes.
Yeah.
Take the Lambo back, and then y'all buy, like, it's all a front. But in the beginning, you know what I'm saying?
It is, but I'm gonna tell you, but the crazy thing is some people who are these younger, I mean, I ain't gonna put it to youth, just some more less experienced cats,
right,
will go out there and see that kind of money and put it into the profit, and they'll spend it thinking, oh, I'm gonna get it back anyway.
Nope.
You crazy as hell, right? I knew you were about to say
that. You gotta put that. You gotta put, that's one word, Matt. You crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
You crazy as hell.
Yeah.
You crazy as hell if you think that. And it's true. It's true. So this is the thing. So the whole thing is this. So I go to Vegas, and I say, look, I'm gonna go all in, right? Meaning all the articles of clothing I have that I can break, that I can fly out to Vegas, present, showcase, all this, right? So it's a big chunk of my inventory. Then I'm paying for the trip, and and Mac ain't in no regular Super 8. Mac on the strip, nice place, because I think I'm gonna have meetings. Yeah. Dude, this joint was a whole, what do you call it?
It's crazy. I can laugh and smile about this because you was broken. Oh my God.
Bro, I was torn down. Because when that happened, I thought about, I plotted some really evil things. But I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Because I went for it. And y'all hear all the good stuff, but this was tough. Because when that happened, it literally, so I'm all motivated stuff. I noticed a lot of times, but it broke me down. It got me to the point that I was like, man, the hell with this.
Right.
I don't even know why I didn't even choose to even become no clothing guy. I just wanted to just tell people, some things that I heard from other people to give them good information. I'm doubting everything. And to me, that was a huge turning point, because at that point, I chose not to look at going into a fashion or clothing business.
Right.
All I looked at was, if the message gets out there, it can come through video, right, it can come through apparel, but I just wanted to keep doing my creative stuff, whether it be creating the apparel or creating the content, the videos. That's all I put my time and my effort in. I didn't put my time. I didn't think about a business anymore.
Right.
I thought about, let me just keep creating, not for the sense of money, for the sake of money.
This was always my personal, take on it. I think when you kind of figured out like the apparel and the all the pieces that you sell, the merchandise that you sell, that is Letsgetmade, it's part of the business. It's like a byproduct of the messaging. You know what I'm saying? It's not the company. I'm not Nike.
Chris.
I'm not Adidas or Under Armour. This is just it's a byproduct of the message that I'm trying to.
It's the message, bro. Right here, right. Look, it's the message. It was always about the message.
See the wrists? I always have these on. Like,
bro. The bands and the crowns went so crazy, man. But the thing about it was this: it was always just about the message, right? And I think that's the same reason why these people are in here today on their Sunday afternoon / night. But the whole point, I think, is what has always made Letsgetmade what it was the fact it was the message.
Right.
So that was my turning point for Letsgetmade as a total. It's not about the merch. Everybody loves merch. Put merch out, and I'm wrong. Merch did good.
Yeah. Merch
kept doing good, but I was like, I ain't got the time to keep doing the merch, so I got to cut this thing off. So, but that's how it is.
That's big. Yeah, that's big. Yeah, That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was the best one.
I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate you.
This dude right here, this guy right here goes hard, man. He goes really hard.
I appreciate that guy.
Yeah. So, okay, Chris, let's go ahead and get one more turning point for you, man, real quick. Any other turning points that you got that you want to talk about?
Probably the biggest is probably absolutely the biggest one because it's the one that literally shifted my perspective on a lot of things. So earlier you spoke about like when you was in law school and your father passing. So I had just finished college. So kind of similar in a way, like you were in it, whatever. Kind of finished college and I came back home for a year. So I finished college in 2006. 2006 I was done. So I stayed at home for pretty much a year. And I think that was intentional. Now that I look at how the world works and everything, it's intentional because I didn't have a job. I was at home every day. And I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do next, and I saw my dad every day. We joked every day. We laughed every day. Like sometimes he got on my nerves. Sometimes I got on his nerves. But I had a whole entire year where I saw my dad more that year than I can remember. Because when you're growing up, they're going to work. You see them for like 3 hours and at night, and then you go to sleep and you do the whole thing over, but you see them on the weekend. So it's like you don't have this, but it was like that whole year of 2006. It was like an extended period of me just being and seeing him a lot. And the end of that year, November, he started having some health issues. He went to the doctor, and then he found out he had pancreatic cancer, which is pretty much, when somebody tells you got pancreatic cancer, they're basically telling you you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? It's flat out how it's gonna work. So then shortly after that, he passed, like around top of the year of 2007, he passed. So my dad passing in 2007, like when I can't even explain it. Like the feeling of where I was, because he was literally, if there's like a big ass safety net, a Franklin safety net, he was that guy. He was the repair of the relationship between these people guy. He was the guy that didn't really hold grudges guy. He was the guy that had a lot of he had so much grit and so much determination. He wanted his life to be a lot more. He wanted our lives to be different than what his was, because it was very rough for him growing up. So he did a great job. But that safety net, gone. Because my mom, she ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she ain't got it. You know what I mean? So we had to figure it out. And that was literally when I figured out I have to operate like nobody else is going to save me. And that's a good place and a bad place, because it kind of put me in a place where I kind of went in a little bit. I went inward a little bit, so I wouldn't share as much, and I would figure out things for myself. So in literally that year, he passed in February of 2007, and then June 2007, I moved to Atlanta. Did not have a job. Okay.
Right.
Someone quiet them baby.
Yeah, that's my kid in the background. That's why I had to put it up there. Let me
tell you this. I'm gonna come right back, but that's the reason I'm doing it here. I'm literally at the office. I'm at the twins' office right now. I have to do it here because my house sounds like the Ringling Brothers Circus. Okay, like it does. My son,
that's real life.
All in the video dancing. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying?
Dancing. Get it, son. Get it, son.
Get up in this week, like doing all of that.
Hit them folks, son. Hit them folks.
So yeah. So
I'm with you.
June 2007, moved to Atlanta. No job. Didn't have any solid concrete, leads on anything. My homeboy Terrence was just like, "Yo, just come and figure it out." Got down there literally 2 weeks after getting there. Landed a job at a studio, and then everything went up. You know what I'm saying? Everything went up. But there were some challenges in the 7 years that I was there. But what I learned I moved away again. There we go. Moved away again. Didn't have any family really in Atlanta. So everything was on me. I was like, anything that comes up, if your tire fall off on the highway, you got to figure out how to get it fixed.
It's a fact.
We going straight. It's literally like, we have an issue. We go to my dad. He fixes it. And now it's like, it's literally like when I became a man, quote unquote, like a real man, because like,
oh yeah,
that's when the transition happened.
right.
And relationship changed between certain friends. Friends left, certain friends. Those are certain turning points, like friends leaving, and then new people coming in as you're going north on a path. Like, new relationships are being built, and the relationships that were being built led me to a lot of opportunities that led me to you, that led me to the twins, that led me to all the things that are still to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the biggest foundation that I had, because I was like, you have to in life, you have to figure out how to have your own foundation, because once you have a foundation, you can support other people on your foundation. They can build on top of yours. So in order for me to give my sons and my daughter the life that I feel like I want to give them, not giving them too much because I want them to work, but like, you want to give them a certain life, you have to have a foundation. You know what I'm saying? And that literally, that point in my life let me know that nothing is certain. One, I could die tomorrow. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of morbid, but it's like, it changed my perspective on just so many things that I used to just have crazy anxiety about. You know what I'm saying? Like things that you cannot control. You cannot control, even if you live like I said, I'm not vegan, I'm plant-based. So let's get that straight. Okay.
Yeah.
I got leather seats in the ride. Okay.
And they feel good. And they feel good.
Yeah. So like you have to, when you're in a point where it's that difficult to get through it, you just have to, like I said earlier, you just have to stay the course and keep going. And that's what I did. That's all I did.
Well, I'm telling you, brother, that's the whole thing. I mean, people, that's, we over here talking about, hours. I like how LaToya put this out here. I can appreciate the turning points being told here. One thing I wanted to point out was just that all turning points aren't always good.
I have some good ones. Yeah.
No, I'm saying we got good ones and bad ones. That's all I'm saying. We got good and bad. Right. But I will tell y'all this, man, because we got to pull the cord. We about to hit the parachute now. So we got to thank the homie Chris coming on here. Chris, look, the people are asking for Talkative.
Are they really?
They really are, and they've been saying. They said, "Look, we got to make it. We got to make it happen." So,
all right, I'm gonna tell them what I told you before. Give me a month.
All right. So in a month, we go. Should we do Talkative live, or what do you think? How you think about Talkative live?
We can do it however you want to do it.
Talkative live would be dope.
Here's the thing: when you do it live, it's still posted, so you can do it. Like if people aren't in the live, they can see it later if they want to.
Fact.
So, but it gives them an incentive to come in the room and support. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like it's a month. I need to get in my new spot. Okay. The spot we in now shrunk up, man. It just literally just started doing this on us. Okay.
Well, look, take it. Look, whenever you get it right. We're going to get back in here because we need to bring some people some good topics, man, and just talk about it. But in the meantime, Chris, I appreciate you free falling with us, homie.
For sure.
I'm gonna follow up with you as soon as I get off this daggone joint so we can rap for a second.
100.
All right, brother.
All right, bro.
All right, go on. So, people, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Before we go ahead and conclude today's flight, I want to tell y'all thank you so much for coming on here. You guys show a lot of love, but not only just that, there's a lot of conversation going on back and forth. I like how Patrick puts this out here. Life is like climbing a mountain. You're going to fall sometimes, but you got to keep climbing. I mean, it really is true. And LaToya in here, life is not guaranteed. Live life like it's your last day on earth. Very true. Jay Young is sink or swim. I think a lot of y'all are big on this. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the fact that we're trying to tell you, man, listen, and I hope I'm being very clear about this. When turning points come in your life, and they will come, as long as you keep living. As long as you keep living and you keep doing, turning points are going to come because it's trying to force you into seeing something. It's either a challenge, like Chris said, it's a lesson or a blessing. I love that he said that because that's very true. But you have to be wise enough and confident enough to accept it, okay? And anyway, man, I think that's the big thing about turning points. You already know Sunday and Wednesday, we're going to free fall. All right. I still owe y'all a Best Man Made video. I'm going to get it out there. Chris, no, man, I take too long sometimes to edit. It's a fact. Y'all know that too. But I'm gonna get it out there. In the meantime, you do have some talkative coming out, so don't even worry about that. I see Mike the Life already with that one, no doubt. Yes, Wednesday Freefall. I got to think of a topic. One will come to me. But I hate leaving y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's flight, man. Letsgetmade Freefall 005. I'll see you on Wednesday when we do flight 006. Not quite sure if it'll have a topic or not, but I hope you guys will definitely tune in because I love it when we're here, man. We always chop it up. It's always a good time. So with that being said, man, it's one thing I want to always leave y'all with. I don't know, maybe it might become a saying, but I want you just to remember, life is a free fall. And always what you got to do, man, continue to enjoy the ride. We'll see y'all next time. Ha!